If you're an Uber Black driver or luxury private driver and you're just getting started into the rideshare business, do not make the mistake that majority of drivers make whenever they first start off, which is having a scarcity mindset. What is having a scarcity mindset as a driver? Having a scarcity mindset as a driver is being willing to negotiate or lower your hourly rate just to earn people business or convert them into your private clientele. If you have a scarcity mindset, I guarantee you, you will not be successful in a rideshare business. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over the psychology of premium pricing. So as a driver, private driver, whatever you want to call it, you have to know your worth. And you only really need two things in this business: good quality service, understanding customer service, hospitality, and two, a nice, clean luxury SUV that's clean on the inside and outside at all times. That's all you pretty much need. If you checked off them boxes, you in a wonderful position to never negotiate your hourly rate, period. So you have to know your worth as a driver. If you know you got those things to bring to the table that could be valuable to, potential clients, there's no room for negotiating. That's the best way I can put it. So now the good thing about being firm on your hourly rate, whatever that may be, you gonna go off your background, your personal situation, but the good thing about that is it pretty much sort people out for you, meaning people that could afford the service will say, hey, you know what, this is good. This is something we can afford. And people that can't afford the service saying, hey, man, this is too much. We can't afford it. Boom. That's not your target audience. So basically, it pretty much helps you find your target audience. Not just that, but you get good quality clients as well, too, because if they can afford your hourly rate of 120 to 100 an hour, they probably in the high income tax bracket. So it's a good thing, man. You always want to target high income tax bracket people. At the end of the day, they make it easy on you. They're not going to be trying to hassle you or negotiate you or lower your price to, fit their needs. They're going to say, hey, man, as long as, I'm paying this, I know I'm getting a good quality service, there's no issue. So it's kind of like whenever you set your hourly rate to, whatever it may be, and they pay it, they expect that quality of service. So the best thing I can tell you right now is to make sure you're able to back that up. You better have good quality service, and your SUV better be nice, on point. Best way I can put it. But whenever your premium or your price is, premium, they're going to be looking for it. So that's the good thing, like I said. Now, you never want to be in a position where you devalue your hourly rate. What do I mean by that? In this channel right here, or this page right here, I got strategic pricing flexibility. So for example, how you devalue your hourly rate is, let's say you charge 100. No, let's say you in my playing field, let's say you charge 120. If you get some clients that say, hey man, could you do 80 an hour? And you accept that, that's you devaluing your hourly rate versus creating it in a strategic way. Like, for example, you charging 120 and you saying, hey, you know what? I can't go down that low, but what I can do is give you a one-time discount of charging you 100 an hour. After this service, it'll go back to 120. That's you putting the ball in your court, not devaluing your hourly rate. You always want to keep the ball in your court, because if you negotiate with them too much, what's going to happen is I don't know, to me, I look at it as it's like a crack in the fence. You know how like people feel like they can get over you one time, they can do it again and again and again. They're going to continue to keep doing it. So never put it in a way to where they perceive it to be that. Always like make it like you're doing them a favor. That's the best way I can put it. And you helping them out by doing that one-time discount. So create strategic pricing flexibility. It helps. Now, when it comes to the justification, you need to have, as a private driver, different packages. Whether it's like, hey, I'll charge 90 an hour for this, 100 an hour for this, 110 an hour for this, and 120 an hour for this. And whatever your background is, it provides credibility, which I'm gonna get into on the next one. Now, earlier I said you need to carry a confident mindset, and I mean that, y'all. And the good thing about having a confident mindset is you being detached away from people responses. For example, if you trying to sell somebody your service and they say, oh man, that's too much, we can't pay that, could you go lower? And you say no, cool, you're not attached to that. You confident in your prices because you know the value you bring to the table. So don't be too much. I would tell y'all, don't be too much attached to whether they say yes or no. That's how I always moved. I never really cared about what they thought. My hourly rate is 120. If you can afford it, cool. If you can't afford it, cool. I'm not like, don't show signs of desperation or you need them or none of that. And the crazy thing about that psychologically is even if they can't afford the service, they still go with the service. I had that happen to me a lot. People that, oh, that's too much. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you for your time. Thank you, whatever. Getting ready to drive off. You know what, sir? We actually going to go with it this time. So being detached away from responses, whether it's a yes or no, take you a long way. Being confident in your prices, not being willing to negotiate a whole lot or, do the one-time discount, that take you a long way. It basically tell people, hey, this guy confident in his prices, so let's see what it's about. Let's see if it's actually worth 120. So move with that confident mindset. Don't be too attached to the outcome. That's the best way I can put it. Now, your background is literally everything when it comes to your pricing structure. Now, I went off my background, which was CDL experience, Class A, driving commercial trucks, no accidents, nice clean luxury SUV. That's how I was able to charge 120. So you as a driver, you need to go off your background. Your background basically add credibility to the prices you charge. Because somebody might be like, hey man, why are you charging 120? Like, what do I get? Then you tell them what they get in your service package. Not only that, but also your credibility as far as like your background, CDL driver, limousine driver, been driving for 10, 15 years, whatever your background is, you can use that as an anchor whenever people will be like, oh, why are you charging this much? So your background is your competitive advantage. The good thing about this, y'all, is whenever your price is premium, 120, 150, 200 an hour, it tells people like, okay, let me figure out what this is about. So pricing is perceived value. Having that confidence mindset is contagious. So your certainty becomes their certainty. They're like, oh, okay, cool. Not only that, but your quality of service attracts quality people, quality clients. The good thing about like having a good high pricing structure is you find your people, you find your target audience. And basically it's people that's in high income tax brackets, which I put quality attracts quality. You know what I mean? If y'all want to implement this, the best thing you can do is start with premium positioning from day one. Know your rate, know what type of value you bring to the table and your background that adds credibility. Stay consistent, communicate value very well, always tie back to, different packages you have to offer, like the benefits they would get from it. Know how to sell whenever they ask certain questions. And also let your pricing sort out the clients for you. Don't try to do it yourself, if that makes sense. Like, don't be like, it looked like she can afford 100 an hour. Like, no, tell her, hey, my pricing is 100 an hour. And if she want to roll with that or he want to roll with that, cool. If not, cool. Move on to the next person. The good thing about the rideshare business is it's a quantity game. Like whenever I was driving, y'all, I was talking to thousands of people. You think I cared if they told me yes or no, whether they wanted my service or not? No. And y'all need to have that same mind frame, same mindset, confidence, knowing the quality you bring to the table, and also your background that adds the credibility. But with that being said, y'all, that would be it for this video. I'm now offering mentorships. If y'all want to get access to my mentorships, y'all can click the link in my bio. If y'all just want to understand the logistics of the rideshare business, I got a shortcut way that y'all can do that, which is through my Rideshare Blueprint. That's also in the link in my bio. But with that being said, y'all, that'll be it, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Show some love to the video. I'll catch y'all next video.